One of the most common things women are dealing with is adrenal and stress hormone imbalances. Now, you might not realize what these words mean cortisol, adrenal fatigue, all those words, but you do realize the symptoms you're feeling every single day. The fatigue, the low energy, the unable to get going in the morning, the can't wind down at night, the anxiety, the overwhelm, the brain fog, the cravings, the bloating, and so on. These symptoms most definitely can connect back to what's going on with your stress hormones. And this is why it's so important to focus on bringing balance and harmony to the underlying stressors taking place in your body, both internally with your health and externally with your life. Today, I'm going to give you a brief overview of what you might be feeling in your body if you have either high or low cortisol levels. It's very important to actually determine where your levels are at so we can add in appropriate support using nutrition and lifestyle and maybe even supplements if needed. This is also why I love the Dutch test. It gives us a full picture of your cortisol levels throughout the day and where they're at exactly. But speaking in general terms, here's how you might feel if number one, you have high cortisol levels. This is when we are in go mode. We're going, doing. You feel anxious, irritable, heightened all the time. You're tired, but you're wired at the same time. You just can't seem to unwind. You feel like you're wound up. Your mind's not shutting off. You have a million and one things on the go. You might notice your libido is starting to disappear. You're even feeling disconnected from your body, but you can't stop. You can stop when life slows down. You feel like stress might be starting to take over. This is all signs of high cortisol. You find yourself being sensitive to loud noises, or maybe you're jumping at every little thing. You have increased PMS, irregular periods, no periods, infertility struggles. This is all because we are stuck in this state of fight or flight, and our body doesn't care about making hormones or regulating hormones when we're in this state of fight or flight. Now, you might also notice things like increased appetite, cravings, maybe even decreased muscle mass, but maybe increased visceral fat, so that midsection weight gain, a decrease in digestive function, or an increase in digestive symptoms like your gas, your bloating, stool irregularities, IBS, heartburn, indigestion, high blood sugar symptoms, cravings, brain fog, fatigue, because stress and cortisol actually spike blood sugar levels, low melatonin, a racing mind, poor sleep, you're not feeling rested, even lowered immunity. You're catching every little thing you're exposed to. And again, like I said, changes in your thyroid and hormone functions specifically. Now, if you push through these things and continue to go, and be under chronic long-term stressors, both, like I said, internally with your health and externally with your life and mindset wise, things are eventually going to crash. And this is when we see low cortisol levels. Our body has now crashed and we are no longer in that heightened stage. We are simply exhausted. So if your levels of cortisol are on the lower end, you might feel things like chronic fatigue, exhaustion. You're so tired in the morning that you literally cannot even function. You have trouble getting up. You can never get enough sleep, but you also can't stay asleep. You have difficulty falling and staying asleep. You're lacking motivation. You don't care about things anymore. You're not excited about life anymore. You feel puffy, inflamed, and just gross in your body. You might also notice things like lower blood pressure, weight struggles, muscle weakness, and poor workout recovery. It takes you forever to recover from a workout. A loss of appetite. You never feel hungry. You might have body pain. You might even have increased calcium and potassium levels in your blood work. And you will also be a much higher risk for infections to set in. Low cortisol, you do not feel good. And trust me when I tell you, you do not want to get to this point. But you can avoid this by addressing what is causing your body stress. Is this things that are internally happening with your health? Is it blood sugar swings? Is it digestive inflammation? Is it food sensitivities? Is it hormonal imbalances? Is it external? Is it life stressors? Do we need to set some boundaries? Is it mindset and your thoughts? And then discovering where your cortisol levels are actually at. We need to know where they're at so we can take appropriate action. From there, we can set boundaries, we can get support. And like I said, take action to bring yourself back to that healthy level. As women, we're simply not meant to be in a constant state of going and doing 24/7. We have to detach our worth and our value from doing and come back to simply being. And this is why when I work with women in a one on one setting, it's about so much more than just the food that goes on your plate. Functional health is about looking at you and your situation in a functional way, taking into consideration all areas of your health. I've done more mindset, boundary, and stress support on myself and with my clients in the past year than ever before. And it's just as important as the nutritional healing. Okay, that's all for today. If you have questions around your cortisol, is it high? Is it low? How can you test it? How it's playing into your symptoms, your hormones, your weight struggles, your self-worth, any of it, let me know and I will be back with more to support you.